Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tony Federico, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Natural Force, an organic, whole food, GMO-free, paleo-certified supplement company. A long time ago, I got my start in the fitness industry working as a personal trainer, boxing coach, yoga and Tai Chi instructor, and facility manager. I thought I was always going to work in gyms, connecting with clients face to face. But through a fortuitous set of circumstances, I met the editor of a local arts and entertainment magazine who asked me to write their monthly fitness column. That lucky break led to a parallel career, and since then I've written hundreds of blog posts, dozens of articles, a cookbook, ebooks, hosted over 150 episodes of the Paleo Magazine radio podcast, and have appeared on local and national TV. The title of my talk today is Connecting with Patients in the Digital Age: Why Blogging, Podcasting, and Social Media are Important Tools for Healthcare Practitioners. So to make this a productive use of our time, I want to first connect with all of you. So how many of you have ever posted something online? This could be anything from a blog post to a YouTube video or something on social media. Okay, so keep your hand up if you posted something in the past year, the past 6 months, the past month, the past week, today. Okay, great. I think there will be something in this for everyone. If you're currently creating digital content, I expect that you'll get some new ideas or inspiration for taking things to the next level. And if you're currently not creating content, my goal is to help you get started, and more importantly, to get started the right way. So let's talk about some numbers first. There are currently about 325 million people living in the United States. 77% of those people are adults. 217 million of those adults use the internet. 72% of those adult internet users say they've looked online for health information within the past year. 120.5 million of those adult online health seekers say that they've looked for health information by using a search engine such as Google, Bing, or Yahoo. So what do you think these millions of health seekers find when they go online? Well, they certainly find a lot of inaccurate information. Unlike in the real world, there are no gatekeepers online. A blog post from you looks the same as a blog post from me. Literally anyone can create health content. They also consult with increasingly sophisticated but still inadequate online symptom checkers. But what's the biggest thing they find? Paid search results. So I did some actual searching online, and this is what I actually found. If you Google healthy diet for weight loss, the top result is a link to the Metabolic Weight Loss Research Center. In addition to being very expensive, they prescribe a very, very low-calorie diet, push supplement sales, and give people meal plans that look like this. This is an actual meal plan from a metabolic client named Amanda. Now let's say someone's depressed, and they go online searching for help. I went to Bing, people use Bing, right, and searched depression. The first result is treating depression with Pristiq. And when I looked at what Pristiq was, I found that is a serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor that, according to WebMD, may cause drowsiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, constipation, loss of appetite, weight loss, blurred vision, nervousness, trouble sleeping, or excessive sweating. Moving on to Yahoo, I searched diabetes help, and the top result is a site called Treating Type 2 Diabetes, which seemed promising initially until it redirected me to Januvia.com, a drug whose serious side effects include pancreatitis, which may be severe and can even lead to death. You and I know that crash diets and pharmaceuticals are not the only answer to our collective healthcare crisis. If they were, we wouldn't be in the state we're in, with more than 50% of adults and almost a third of our children overweight or obese. We are sicker than ever and spending more on healthcare than ever, and as a result, public trust in the medical profession has declined sharply over the past 50 years. In 1966, nearly 3/4 of Americans said that they had great confidence in the leaders of the medical profession. In 2012, only 34% of people expressed this view. But it's not all doom and gloom because trust in physicians themselves is still high. According to a recent Gallup poll, more than 2/3 of the public rate the honesty and ethical standards of physicians as a group as very high or high. So you, as an ancestral health-focused medical practitioner, should rejoice because you're in a unique position. You have both credibility and efficacy on your side, and people need you. So now you're ready to roll up your sleeves and to start fighting the good fight online. But before you start typing and posting and recording videos, I want to go through an exercise that I've personally found to be quite useful, because we want this content creation practice to be one that is sustainable and fulfilling, not a flash in the pan. So these are the 5 questions that you have to answer honestly. Why, what, when, who, and how. First off, why are you doing it? Do you have a passion for public health? Have you seen a specific area of patient care and education that is lacking? Are you trying to promote your organization or practice? Do you want to expand your professional network or further your education? Maybe you just need more patients or an alternative revenue stream. Whatever it is, you need to be very clear on your why, because everything else flows from this. The second question is, what will your content look like? This requires you to know the audience you are targeting because different people use different platforms, and each platform is good at sharing specific types of media. If you love to write and you have a clientele that enjoys diving deep into research, a blog might be for you. If you want to connect with that same audience but hate writing, you might want to do a video blog, aka a vlog. And if you hate writing, don't like cameras, but love to talk, you might want to consider a podcast. Of course, if you have a younger millennial clientele, you might want to also consider natively posting your content on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or Snapchat. And what I mean by natively posting is that you customize the content specifically for the platform. For example, a long YouTube video would have to be broken down into short snippets if you wanted to feature it on Snapchat or as an Instagram story. All of these platforms have specific demographic strengths, specific rules, culture, and pros and cons that you need to consider. Once you've done all that research and decided on the content type and platform, you need to ask the next question. When will I post? This is your frequency, which could be daily, weekly, or monthly. You could post in the morning or the night, the weekend, or on a weekday. There's ample information out there about the best time to post content, but a lot of it is conflicting. If everyone checks blogs on a Monday morning, that might be a good time to post, but that might be the time when everyone else is posting content as well. So there's more competition for attention and mindshare. Posting on an uncommon time, let's say Sunday night, would present you with less competition, but there might be fewer people looking for content. Again, you need to do your research and come up with a plan for the when. Once you've done that, it's time to think about your team. Are you an army of one that will run your practice, see patients, and regularly crank out high-quality blog posts every week? Will you edit them, find quality photos and images, touch the photos up and add graphics? Or will someone else do it? And if so, who? Will it be a friend, a current employee, or someone you outsource online? Doing everything yourself is cheaper in the short term, but if your goal is to make an impact, it might be a worthy expense to get the right people involved. Deciding on whether you'll be a lone wolf or a wolf pack is also important because this dictates where you store content as it's being created. Storing files locally on your laptop might work fine if it's just you doing everything, but if you have a team, you might want to organize your files on a cloud storage platform like Google Drive or Dropbox. And now that you know what kind of content you're creating, where it's going to live, how often you'll post it, and who will create it, you need to think through the process of how to get it done. Initially, you might be able to shoot from the hip and pull content together by the seat of your pants, but I guarantee that at some point the wheels will fall off and you'll get burned out. And if you don't get burned out, maybe because you have superhuman stamina due to your paleo diet and ancestral health lifestyle, you're still not going to get the results you want because your efforts will be scattered and inconsistent. Even if you're the only person on your content creation team, you need to have a process, a step-by-step guide, a recipe for building each piece of material that you post online, because everything you post is a reflection of you, and it's either going to work for you or against you. Now, I don't want you to get overwhelmed and suffer from paralysis by analysis, but you have to think through these steps. If you're having trouble doing this, just imagine that you're a manager writing out a workflow description for each separate task. For example, if your goal is to write blog posts, you'll want to sit down and write out each step in the process. You probably want to start by creating a list of ideas, a blog post template, and a schedule that you will hold yourself accountable to. So after going through the why, what, when, who, and how, you can just sit back and watch it all run smoothly, right? Wrong. You can always do better. And when it comes to digital content, the 3 key areas to focus on are quality, consistency, and personality. Like I was saying before, you don't want to get overwhelmed to the point of inaction. You do want to think in beta, but thinking in beta means that you're always working on creating a better version. Your content might start off at version 1.0, but after a few weeks, you may be able to upgrade to 1.2 or 1.3. And if you really apply yourself, you might even get to 2.0 or 3.0 or 4. You'll never be perfect, and there will always be somebody doing it better than you. But I guarantee that if you rigorously apply this test, constantly asking yourself, is this content quality? Am I creating content consistently? And is my content infused with personality? Your content will gradually improve. Now, no talk of digital content creation would be complete without a word of caution. As a medical professional, you are well aware of HIPAA regulations, doctor-patient confidentiality, and all the other written and unwritten ethical and legal regulations that govern the practice of medicine. I'm sure no one here wants to get hit with a lawsuit, damage their professional image, or jeopardize their license. So the best rule of thumb is to treat online content no differently than face-to-face interactions. If you wouldn't do something in a professional, real-life situation, you probably shouldn't do it online either. But cautions aside, this is important work, and it needs to be done. People are literally dying for quality health information, and now more than ever, the public needs reliable sources of good health advice. So when trusted, effective professionals such as yourself prudently use blogs, podcasts, and other forms of digital content, you have the power to reach patients and positively influence their health. To be sure, you'll have to exercise caution and invest time, money, and effort, but with the right plan, you'll find yourself connecting to patients in the digital age and creating change where it counts the most, in the lives of your patients. Thank you.